Blame it on the man. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Ravens are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Texans, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be... them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
What a terrific way to open things up in this game. They've established dominance early, and that's all teams talk about each and every week. Who's going to take control, who's going to win the line of scrimmage, and who's going to get the running game going, and that's what they're doing. Because right now, they've tilted the field to where they are actually running downhill, as we like to say, and it's really hard for defenders to equal that out.
And the quarterback won't take the snap here. This is the Wildcat look. On second down, here's Miller. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alfred Blue, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Terrence West. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second down following the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run again here with West. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, I think a lot of people thought that Baltimore would draft at least one runner. In fact, they didn't take any skill position players in the draft. So I think a lot's still going to fall on Terrence West.
Well, he did have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage last year, a career high. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it with West. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Let's go! 319!
This is West. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Mallett now setting up the screen for West. And he's got a first. as he's up to the 48. And they're not going to get a playoff here as time will expire on this first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Set. Green 39.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Set. Blue line it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ian Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. Here's Mallett. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Pass interference, defense.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Let's go.
A first down carry now for Miller. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Miller. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
They'll run with Miller, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On second down, Williams. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense holds here on the final play of the half. And never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Right side catch, Gilmore. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Here's West. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Now West trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On the ground, it's West again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to drop him. And he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And Aguayo's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, Things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E! Back now in Baltimore. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. QB split out wide now. They're in the Wildcat. Lamar Miller. There he goes inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And here we go on first. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Michael Campanaro. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And it's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the side.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's caught out left by Perriman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on first down. And a grab here by Gilmore. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man Sharp complete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. They'll set up to throw. He hits West underneath. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Now back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now some love it, some hate it. Here it is. It's the Wildcat look. They begin with a run by Miller. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Again, it's Miller. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now it's Miller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. This is Miller. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Houston, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.